Hello, Wargaming Retreat. It's David here, and of
Luke.
course, Luke. Yes. And as promised, this is the beginning of our coverage of Flames of War, World War II war game. So, Luke, in front of us we have everything I currently have, apart from paints, that is Flames of War, including the contents of an open firebox, which we shall be using to create a game.
And we should be getting another one. I should be getting one, so we can really bulk out the force and we'll do an unboxing
Yes,
of that
yes.
when we get it, because it is a really good starter set.
Yes, very good. Although, must interject, this and that and these tanks here aren't part of it. Everything else on the table is, apart from those things there. So, shall I go through the forces you get in open fire?
Go for the forces.
Well, I shall march over to your side of the table to start with the Grenadiers. Right, so, I shall get my piece of paper that tells me everything. And this here, on this side, this is the Grenadiers. So we have the HQ company, HQ section with Panzerschrecks and commanders and things. Then we have 2 platoons of Grenadiers, a couple of pack guns, and 3 Stugs, so like turretless tanks. And then over here, this is the Allied section in open fire, where we get 2 HQ tanks, 2 platoons of Shermans with a Firefly each, and a platoon of American paratroopers. That's what you get in open fire, along with some terrain, these handy sheets, and this booklet for Learn to Play Flames of War, which we shall now do to learn to play Flames of War. Now we're going to actually play a game.
Although you can't see us, so
Hello.
handshake before game.
Oh yeah. Right.
Good game.
So first
And
things
I win,
first.
David.
No, it doesn't. Right. So first things first. We take it in turns to deploy a platoon. Right. So because I'm defending, I deploy first. So I deploy one of my platoons first. And first off the bat, I am actually going to do something weird. I'm going to Kampfgruppe, which means I can sort of splice my platoons and create another smaller platoon using my second in command. So I have an extra platoon now. Hey, don't give me that, Luke. Right. Don't give me that, Luke.
Oh.
Oh. Right, so I'm going to put down one of my first platoons, and yeah, I'm going to put it. Just get a tape measure.
So we're only showing this part of the board here, because this is the only bit we're playing on. You might be able to see some more of this, but this is the bit of the board we're playing on. But yeah, although we're not actually playing with a small number of men, we're playing a small game.
Right, so I've placed my first platoon, so pick a platoon and deploy a platoon.
One of my 4, great.
Yeah, so I will get to deploy more than you, I'm afraid to say.
So it can actually work out so that you place your AT where it needs to be placed.
Yep, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So
In that case. Now I can deploy, get a tape measure,
12 inches on, basically.
mark out 12-inch mark onto the board, so I can actually get up to these trees and cower behind
Oh
the
yeah,
trees.
you cannot see through the forests.
You can't see through the forest.
If you're behind a forest, you are invisible. If you're in the forest, you can be seen.
But you have to take a bogging check.
Yes, if you want to go in the forest, you do.
See, although I'm new to Flames of War, I do know some bits. Right, your turn to deploy something.
Oh yes, my turn. So I'm going to deploy another Grenadier platoon, of course.
Just spam the Grenadiers until you find out how to run goods.
Yeah, I have to.
No, it's understandable.
I'm a Grenadier company.
I'm a guardsman.
Oh,
I'm a guardsman. Type
that's
thing.
just a bit mean.
He is actually a guardsman.
I am, but you know. Right, so that's my next platoon on.
With these. Sherman's the Firefly.
Again, behind the forest. Who's the coward now? At least I have the balls to run up towards the you know, the middle of the battlefield, despite the fact I'm defending.
I don't want to lose a Firefly turn 1.
Right, okay then.
Actually, there's no seizing the initiative or anything on this.
No, you will go first.
Can I just... I'm going to move these.
Yes, do it, man. I'll let you do it with that platoon.
Die on the wall, because I'm so used to 40k, it's like, well, even if we get first turn, I'm not going to play as aggressively as I could do.
Yeah.
Right, next.
Next, right. Okay, right, next I'm going to deploy...
Grenadiers.
Grenadiers, yes. You're getting the gist here, aren't you?
The Germans just have a lot of grenadiers, I suppose.
Yep. They are my standard foot sloggers. So I have a fair number of them.
This is genuinely my first game of Flames of War, so I will get rules wrong.
Yeah, well, I will as well. I haven't played in ages, so I've placed another platoon. Right.
It's definitely within command range.
Okay, cool.
Stugs.
Nope.
No.
No,
Axe.
not Shugs. Gonna deploy the packs first.
KZ8, why not?
Yeah, because deploy the. Wait a minute, I can pre-measure, so I want to check something.
I don't see why some games don't allow you to pre-measure.
Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense, does it?
Why not let you pre-measure?
Because I suppose it would, you know, nobody knows a distance. Well, people do, I suppose, but...
Can my Shermans fire on your infantry?
Yes, they can. They have machine guns and they can fire the main guns at them.
What's more effective?
Well, it depends.
If they're dug in, the main gun?
If they're in cover, then the main gun's more effective. If they're not, and they're open, you get more shots with the machine guns.
How many shots do I get? 2? Sorry?
You get 4 with just machine guns.
And that's like the whole mounted coaxial.
Yeah, well, each vehicle machine gun gets 3 shots, but you can only fire 1 at 3 shots. Any subsequent one is fired at 1 shot. So that's why you're getting 4, because one of them is firing 3, the other one's firing 1. Okay?
Okay, right.
And it's always 3, or it's always 4.
Now I'm going to deploy my parachuting platoon. Airborne.
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 Airborne! You're,
They're important, I think.
Yep.
Now, I could be doing this totally wrong, and David could be sat there thinking, boo yes.
No, you see, I have forgotten everything I've learned about where to deploy, and this deployment's really open. You have more cover, I think, initially. I don't have as much at all initially.
In fact, I'm getting first turn does mean I can be a bit more ballsy with my deployment.
Yeah. Whereas I would not want to be as ballsy, but I have less cover, so, you know.
Oops. Maybe says that wrong. Stugs.
Stu.
Sturmgewehr.
Sturmgewehr. No, it's not. It's a Sturmgeschütz. That's what it is.
Sturmgeschütz. What's the Sturmgewehr?
Sturmgewehr is storm rifle and refers to an assault rifle.
The STG-44?
Yep, Sturmgewehr 44. But these are
That's what I was
Stugs,
thinking
which
of.
is Sturmgeschütz, which means assault gun. I think that's what it means. I think it literally means assault gun. So,
Right.
there we go. Actually, I'm going to move these back a bit and keep them out of the forest. And then my commander, who's now all alone.
Alright. So I get first turn.
Yeah.
Movement phase.
Movement phase. Right, so everybody with legs in your army moves 6. Everybody with tracks moves 12.
Right.
Remembering you want to keep everybody in command, you have to take bogging checks with your tanks for going through things, I seem to remember. I will check as he does it.
Can I move inside the building?
You can move inside the building, it requires a skill check.
Oh.
So move your men, move everybody up to the building who wants to go in, remaining like... You have to move up to it, do the test, and if you fail then you didn't get in.
Right, so with these guys, I can get in.
Yeah, you just
So
have...
I'll do the test before I move them.
No, you have to move them up to the building, then do the test.
Okay.
Because they're trying to get in. Where is it? I think it's...
These guys are going to be caught out in the open. 'Cause 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 Generally, just moving them up. I want 2
And you have
lots
to move
inside the
inches
buildings.
into the. You can't move 6 inches to the building and then somehow be.
No. These
Oh,
guys
wow.
have only moved like 4.5 inches.
Okay, that's fine then.
These two that will be entering the building.
Yeah.
These ones, just going to book it behind. And then the bazooka, considering where his tanks are actually in a very bad position because they're out in the open.
Oh.
Not forgetting the mortar teams as well. We're just going to book it up about there. Skill checks.
Right, skill checks.
I am
think it is-
trained. No,
No, you are.
vet-
You're fearless veteran.
I'm veteran.
And
This
that-
goes on that status, doesn't
It's
it?
3 plus. It's
3
skill
plus.
check, it's 3 plus.
These guys. Yeah. These guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you move and there's many as you can actually get.
That is it.
Okay.
Right.
Move your tanks now.
Now, what to do with the tanks? Want to avoid packs. 6 inches? No. How far do they get to move?
12.
12.
But they have to do bogging checks going through the walls and bogging checks for going through the.
Woods, forests.
And they have to take a skill check for going through the buildings.
Now, if I move them around, I can move them like that, can't I? Up to there?
Yeah.
Up to there? Or do I just go straight through the woods?
You have to take a bogging check.
On a roll of a 1,
What?
David bogged. You
Yeah.
know what? As they say,
And you move up to it, and you have to take a bogging check.
they are up to it.
Yeah, I know. So you,
Right.
you have to take a bogging check on each tank as well, remember. If
Firefly. Fine.
Fine.
Regular Sherman. Fine. Command Sherman. Fine. So they get to move right the way up to this cover here.
Okay.
I'm just going to shift them a little bit more sideways just so they're really
Yeah, also, you're restricted to 8 inches when you move through the thing. And you have to take a bogging check.
Oh, so I'm restricted to 8 inches.
Yeah, and you have to take a bogging check when you leave, I seem to remember.
Right. Back behind the thing they go because that was a 12-inch movement.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. I was checking.
Learning Flames of War.
Yep. Even I am learning.
In fact, that's still intervening terrain, isn't it?
Yeah. And
So what I will do is book that guy up to there, that guy up to there, and that up to there. Because it still gives a bit of a cover save, doesn't it? For the very important Firefly.
yes, I think it does.
Me being a plucky little Brit, I get Fireflies. Now, this tank is going to make some friends.
Yep. Okay.
This one. What's the command distance on these?
6. You can go through the thing, but that tank can only move 8 inches.
And then it's falling behind.
Okay.
Command team. Oh, this one's a difficult one. I think they're just going to move around the side here. So I guess from there?
Yep, that's fine. If it's 12 inches and you're going around it, yeah, that's fine.
There's 12 inches there, go around it. So he's just driven around, so straight through, otherwise
Yeah. Yeah.
blocking check and all that. Right. Am I right in thinking it's time we got shooting?
It is time we got shooting. So I'll take this so I can explain to you everything very quickly. Right, so what do you want to shoot first and who do you want to shoot it with?
I want to shoot everything.
Everything and everything. Yeah, but like who do you
At
want
everything.
Who do you want to start with?
The range on these guys' guns.
16 inches. Apart from the mortar, which is 24.
one team in range of that squad there. One team.
No, that's just out.
Yeah, that is there though.
Okay, yeah. It's anywhere on the base as well.
Right, so we got. Let's just check the range on these. Yes, we are pre-measuring, but you're allowed. Believe it or not, Wargamers, you are allowed to pre-measure.
Yeah, don't prod my teams.
I would say that one was just about in.
Okay.
So I've got 3 MG teams in.
No, rifle MG teams.
Rifle MG teams.
Okay, so
The mortar will be in range.
Yep, mortar. Okay.
And which one was the mortar? That was the mortar. And what about the bazooka? Can I fire the bazooka?
Can't fire the bazooka 8 inches.
Right.
And it'd be +1 to hit anyway.
Right. So 1, 2,
Who are you
3.
firing at as well?
This squad here. Of grenadiers.
Okay, that's good.
So they each get 1 shot, having moved.
Yeah.
5 to hit.
No. Yes. No. Yes. I think my infantry at the start of the game start as gone to ground, which means they get.
Oh, so is it 6 to hit?
Yeah, I think it is 5s. Yeah, I think it is 5s if that makes sense.
Alright then. Well, in that case, let's turn this dice.
If I'm
Start
wrong,
handing it.
and you know, do comment in the comments. But don't rage, because I am not.
These guys, right, so they're veterans.
They're veterans. So normally it would be 4s if they're open, but because they haven't done anything, they're gone to ground, which I think is +1.
+1.
Yeah.
So it's just 4s. 5s.
5s, yes.
5 to hit.
Yeah, and you're firing 3 shots at them.
Nothing intervening or anything like that. But hitting 3 shots, hitting them fine. Really, I should get 1 of these. I do.
You do, and now I get an infantry save. Now the infantry save, the idea is the infantryman's, you shot at him and he just goes flat. So this is the infantry and it's 3+.
3+ because they're veterans.
3+. No, it's just 3+.
Oh.
Yeah, for like gun teams like this, it's 5+, but for infantry it's 3+, because yeah, they're just going straight flat. And I passed, so you didn't kill anyone.
Mortar.
Mortar, right? Yes, 1 shot.
Hitting on
Same.
Hitting on 5s.
Misses. And yeah, your mortar's basically just there to kill dug-in infantry, because you can ignore cover better with it.
Right. Shermans.
Yep.
What's the range on their guns?
32 inches.
This one can't see 'cause he's behind the building.
Yep.
These 2. Does the Firefly have a hull mounted? No.
It does have a coaxial. But I don't think it can actually see the grenadiers very well. Oh no, it probably can see 1 stand.
Get down, check the accuracy of sand.
Yeah.
Right, so that's he gets.
Well, you fire machine guns.
Yes.
Sorry, machine guns are 16. The main gun is 32.
Machine guns are 16. Machine guns are out of range.
Yep.
Firing the main gun then.
Main gun. Your Firefly cannot fire its main gun at infantry. It's got a rule called no HE. It's just got AP shells. That's the idea for that.
Okay, well, I'm still going to have to fire infantry anyway. It's the only thing I can fire. So I'm going to fire with this Sherman.
Yep.
Main cannon.
Main cannon.
This got
so
infantry
1
here.
shot.
Hitting on.
5s, I think.
No.
Miss.
These guys are. It doesn't matter for these guys what their stat is, it only matters the
Yeah,
opponent's
because
stat.
the idea is the more skilled your opponent is, the better they are at taking cover.
Doesn't matter how skilled you are.
No.
Okay.
It matters in melee, but not in, you know.
Alright, well these 2 Shermans.
2 shots with the main gun. Because you're
1
out of
shot
range
each.
with the machine guns. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 shot each with the main gun.
Sorry.
Both
2
hit.
hits. And
This is at the same squad.
Yep. And then I get my.
You're 3 up infantry save. But you
fail one.
fail one of them, so you
No,
lose
I
stand.
Just I think that's probably the closest.
Definitely the closest.
Mm-hmm.
Right, moving on to the next squad.
Okay.
A Fireflies and a Sherman.
Yep. So 2
Firefly.
main gunshots, I believe, if you're firing.
Sherman's and a Firefly.
Yep.
That's definitely out of 16. Don't you mention that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right, so it's 2 shots. And these Shermans. 1 hit. Take a 3 up save, sir.
I shall.
Failed. Now you know it's to be a masonry.
Oh, so I lost another stat. There we go.
Alright, and there's no assault phase because we aren't within 4 inches.
Yeah, it's not 4, I don't think.
It is 4.
Is it 4? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's probably 4. Who's teaching?
I think
Right.
it's 4.
Yeah,
I've watched a lot of Flames of War
yeah,
videos, so
I'm
it's
not
not
sure.
more of a clue.
So, is that the end of your turn then? Right, so.
David, your turn.
Now it is my turn. So, what am I going to do? I am going to, I think I'm going to move my pack guns in here. I don't think I need to take a test for these. I think they can just move in. I'm not going to bog down. Okay?
Okay.
So, I'm going to move my pack guns in there. Yay. Yep, the little team as well. And now, of course, you can see them, but I'm not really minding about that.
Because they can see me.
Yeah. Then, Murphy's military law, I believe. I'm not sure. If the enemy is in range, so are you.
Sounds about right.
Right, then.
Unless you're firing some sort of railway artillery piece, in
Yeah.
which case.
Then I'm going to move this stand up. I know I'm not measuring, but that was clearly under 6 inches, so.
I'll give you that, yeah.
Yeah. Right, I am now going to move my stoogs up into this wood.
Is this wood?
This wood, and so I will move them up. Take bobbing check. Fine. Yeah. Yeah. Take bobbing check. Fine. Move them up. Take bobbing check.
No. Fine.
Fine. And move them up there.
Nice, quick dice rolling here.
Yeah. Right, now I'm going to...
What now?
It was 6s for you to hit those guys, but we shall ignore that because you were over 16 inches.
Ah.
But we shall ignore
And
that.
for those.
And for those, we will ignore it.
First rule we've got wrong.
First rule
we
got
found it.
But we found it, so, you know, don't comment on that one. Right, so, next thing, I want to dig in some of my infantry, I think.
I want to break free.
I want to break free.
Alright. Snipping a bit of Queen in as and when we can.
Yeah. I don't know. I seem to remember I can dig in my stormtrooper move. Which would mean I would move forward and then dig in.
Can I didn't think you could.
I think I can do that.
I thought you could just. It was just your movement.
It's big rulebook checking time.
It is. It's time to check the proper rulebook.
Sorry about this, everyone, but you know, you must do this because otherwise I'll be doing weird things that I shouldn't be able to do.
Making your own rules up.
Anyway. Platoons coming here.
Reading the rulebook.
Down. Others I'm standing there.
Right, whilst he's doing that.
I don't think I can. Well, no, it doesn't say I can't. Put it that way. It just says. I don't know. It's weird.
What phase do you dig in?
What phase? You dig in the movement phase.
Then it can only be done in the movement phase.
But if
Surely
the test
it
is
can
passed, the platoon treats the assault step as a movement step, in which it can move up to another 4 inches, regardless of its normal movement distance.
Yes, that is just the assault type.
It can do other things. It can mount and dismount. But okay, right, I won't do it then.
We'll take it.
Just in case, I won't do it. So I believe it's a skill check to do dig in. So first things first, I'm just going to dig in these fellows.
Yep.
And I dig them in.
3+.
Yes, it's 3+ because I'm veteran. And I'm going to dig in these chaps. And I fail. They are behind cover, so they
hit the
don't
rock.
Yes, they did. Oh, I need to get a handy little dug in marker.
Dug in.
Now, because I've done stuff now, they're no longer gone to ground. Okay, so that was the thing. If you do stuff, then you lose the gone to ground thing.
Yeah.
There weren't markers for that, but you know, there are, but we didn't use them. Right, so my movement is over, I think. Now I'm going to open up on your people.
People.
People. Right.
Okay.
So over here we have the
One shot each for the tanks.
one shot each from the tanks.
Hitting on.
Well, normally it would be 3s, but you're over.
No. Oh,
Yeah, they're trained.
Trained.
But normally it would be 3s.
Threes.
You're over 16s.
4s.
Yeah.
Intervening train.
Yep.
5s.
So it's 5s for me to hit. And it's +1 to your armour because you're over 16 inches.
Nothing.
2 misses. So nothing. I've remembered another rule we've got wrong too.
What?
Over 16, your tanks get to re-roll misses.
We'll remember that in the next one because that's quite an important one.
Yes, it is.
Certainly when they're hitting on 6s.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to, if possible, open up with my Stoogs. And my Stoogs are in range of those, and again it would be 5s for me to hit you.
And because one of the members of the squad is out of cover, it messes it up for the rest of them.
I think it does, and I think that applies to tanks as well. It definitely applies to infantry.
We'll say for now it applies to tanks.
Okay,
3 shots.
2 hits.
2 hits, yep.
So allocate them between them, because they're pretty much even distance. And
One on each.
my AT is 11, and your armour is effectively 7, because you +1.
Right, so what do I need to bounce on this tank?
Well, it's 11 minus 7.
4.
4. So you
4s,
need 4 to
or
glance.
5s, 6, they're alright. 3.
So it's a
It goes
10,
through.
and it's your 2 IC, and it's blown up.
It's blown up.
So I
So let's take a firepower check.
Yeah, oh yes. When you hit a tank, you have to take a firepower check to see whether it blows up or whether it's slightly damaged and the crew can fix it, or that sort of thing. So it's just take the thing away. Yeah. So that Sherman's dead. Your 2 IC is gone. Note of caution.
Was that the more important one?
No, the CIC.
Good.
Now, note of caution. If you lose your CIC, and then I kill enough of your platoons so that there are more platoons dead than alive, you automatically.
But I only have 1 platoon.
No, you have 3.
Oh, yes.
But if I kill your CIC and I kill more of your platoons than are alive, you automatically lose because you can't take a company morale check.
So basically, if you kill those and you kill 2 platoons, I lose. But at that stage, I'm pretty much stuffed anyway.
Yeah, you're pretty much stuffed anyway at that point. So
Because you'd have to kill 2.
Yeah, I know. So take the save on the other tank.
Goes through.
Goes straight through. So
Firepower check.
and it's
blown up.
So I killed your CIC as well, which is bad for you.
Was that a bad move then?
It wasn't a bad move, but it was, I don't know, they were the only tanks that he's realistically going to shoot at. So I think maybe what it could have been better if those tanks were kept a little more in reserve compared to the other ones. I don't know.
Alright, okay. Future.
Future reference, you know, and all that. Right, okay. I'm going to open up with my infantry now. So, 16 inches.
Now we're just playing on a flat, basic board.
Yeah, there's one team in range there. They get 1 shot because they dug in. I'm just going to work out shots before I...
With the open fire terrain, so it's just flat terrain, very basic, just so you can see the miniatures in action, basically.
Well, they're in range, and I would hit them first. So, there's 1 shot there.
So that's just rifle MG2.
Another shot there. And sorry, I want to work out all the shots I get first.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm shooting all at the same platoon, so you know. Yep. Yep. And yeah, obviously.
So how many shots is that?
That's 1 shot for each lot, because a rifle MG. And yeah, so I'll fire away then, shall I? Well, I'll do this one first because it can only hit the one in the building.
Okay.
Now the building is +1 and it gives you bulletproof cover to hit.
Okay.
Okay, so you have
I have what?
you have then your veteran +1 because you're in the building because it gives you concealment.
Is it +1? Yes, it
I
says.
think it's +1.
It says In fact, I'm just going to take these off and read out what it says on here. Teams inside a house are concealed, +1 score needs to hit.
+1.
Teams in house. Oh no.
Teams in houses are in bulletproof cover.
Teams in
I'll
houses
deal
are
with
in
that as I
bulletproof
shoot. So
Right, so I'll just
pop him back in the building.
pop that back as it was.
Yep. Right. So I will fire the shot and we'll see. So I hit. Now, because it's bulletproof cover, I have to take a firepower check just as I'm hitting a tank. But for an infantry stand, and for an infantry stand, just rifles and MGs and stuff, it's 6+. So I now need 6s to kill that infantry stand.
And I still get my infantry save.
And you still get your infantry save.
So
You
not
take
likely.
your infantry save. So this is why it becomes difficult
Wait,
to kill.
roll first, and then I'll see.
I did.
No. Bulletproof cover though.
No, you roll to save and then I do bulletproof cover.
Ah, okay. Which I probably fail.
Yep, so now I have to get 6. And I do
Which
not.
you do not. So
Right.
they're alright.
Yep. So I'm going to fire.
So,
I think all of these ones would hit that team first.
another hot tip, get into buildings on
Yeah.
flames of war.
Yes. I'm just going to... Wait, no, I shouldn't have done that. I'll roll these ones first.
At who?
Oh, this platoon as well. So,
So they'll be hitting this guy first, wouldn't they?
no, because it works that you hit the guy who's easiest to hit first.
Okay.
So, as far as I seem to remember that it would now just be... And, oh, and actually, I would have been hitting you on 4s because it's the same thing where the team that's outside ruins it for the rest of them.
Ah, okay.
So I think that works like that. Let me see. Let me show you something. A team always uses the easiest target in a platoon for its score to hit, regardless of which teams are actually hit. So basically, yeah, that team's ruined it. So
How many shots did you have in here? You had
I
one
only had
shot.
2.
No, before you only had the one shot and it hit anyway, so it didn't affect it.
No, because
Okay.
yeah. So those are the 2 hits I've got, and I don't know whether you get bulletproof. Yeah.
No, because it goes on the easiest hit, is it not?
Yeah. Oh, you have to distribute them evenly.
So I'm going to allocate 1 to 1 in the building,
And 1 to 1.
1 to that stand there. So I'll
So
do
they take the infantry save, they take the infantry save.
infantry save on the ones in the building, good. On the ones outside, good.
Right, so now I fire these 3, and again I'm hitting on 4s because that team in the house, it's being ruined for it by the other one.
Okay.
So I fire them. Oh,
No hits.
Oh,
Appalling shooting.
so all misses.
I was about to say you've shot really bad this time, but you've taken out 2 Shermans.
Yes, I have.
So still not a bad turn.
No, and
Is that
now I have my
Stormtrooper?
Stormtrooper. So now I'm going to do my Stormtrooper moves.
Are you allowed to do Stormtrooper moves?
Yes.
You're not wearing white armour.
Oh.
Oh.
Right, so now I'm going to do my Stormtrooper move, and I'm going to do it just for the Stooks.
Okay.
And I pass, so now I can move an extra 4 inches because I'm German.
that is
That's
it.
basically the reason. I'm
And he's going to move back behind cover to stop them getting popped.
That's-
Let's face it,
because I'm
one or 2 would get popped.
Because I'm nice, I'm going to check. I'm not entirely sold.
Do they not have to take a blocking check?
That's the thing. I'm not entirely sold on the fact that I can do it like that.
And what about the half distance? Reducing the distance.
Yeah, I know.
So we're just going to check that.
No, it's just 4, regardless of its normal distance. So I think I can just do that. Yeah. Go out.
Okay.
I'll take a bog for each one. Though.
Take a box for each one.
Fine. Oops. 1, so that one got stuck there.
Good.
That one. Fine. So there is 1
That has bogged down.
bog down. We'll put it there.
Put the counter next to it.
So that's the end of my turn.
Alright,
So,
my turn too.
yeah, turn 2 for you, Luke.
Right, so I'm going to start by not moving these Shermans here because they're very dead.
Yes. They are smoking wrecks, or I believe it's the Army Corps time. They are brewed over. I can't remember. Carry on.
Yeah, they brew up or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Your Tommy cookers have exploded.
I'm going to move these Shermans.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
Well within their range up to there.
Okay.
These Shermans happen to fly, however.
Oh yes, your tanks. Each individual tank can fire at a different target. But that's not the same as with infantry. Infantry, I think, all have to fire at the same thing. Whereas tanks, each tank can fire at a different thing.
Doesn't matter, they're still within as well.
Yeah.
Just moving those up. Get some shots off at that poor bogged down stew.
Okay, well, you're hitting on 6s.
Really?
I think you are, actually. Well, no, have you moved everything?
No, but
Keep moving.
I'm going to take some shots. No, I am taking shots.
Yeah.
Yet to take the shots.
I yet to take the shots, but
I can move up when inside the building, can't I?
Yeah, you can. That's fine. You are allowed to do
6 inches up to there, 6 inches up to there, 6 inches up to there.
Are you still in command with all of them?
I will be once I finish moving them.
Okay, carry on then.
Do all of them have to be
No, go. No, it's like there can be no more than 6 inches between a team and another team within a platoon.
So I'm going to take a skill check now. Mortars can't go in the building and still fire, can they?
I don't think, maybe. I think maybe because it's a light mortar it can.
Well,
It's
I'm
like
going
a
to do it
man
behind.
I think
And
it
I'm
can.
going to take
I'm
a
not sure.
skill, move these up to here, take a skill check. 3+, and I make it. Skill check there?
Well, yeah, but you can't actually fit in, can you? I think there is a way you can fit in. If you turn this one like that, and then you put the other one there, then yeah, you can.
No, I've rolled. One of them is in.
Well, I thought you were trying to get the other one in.
The mortar?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm just sticking that behind the building.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
These guys, I'm going to move up. Skill check. Fail it.
So they don't get in.
Stay there. These guys are going to move up. Make a skill check. Pass it. And they're in.
They're in. Okay. You done your moving then?
I've moved everything, much as I can.
Okie dokie. Right,
Shooting.
fire away.
Fiery jumps. I better start with the infantry, I guess. So, these guys...
Oh yeah, you didn't move. It was just that team and that team that didn't move, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you're firing those, just so we remember, it's one shot.
I'll tell you,
it's 2 shots.
2 shots each.
For
Right.
those teams.
Let's actually work out the number of shots
Yeah.
you get per
You
team.
don't have to do this. This is just how we're doing it. 'Cause
It makes it a lot easier, I
Yep.
find.
And you can't split your fire with your teams of
Infantry.
fellows. Yeah.
Still, that's a relatively large amount of fire coming from those. I'm going to fire at the ones I fired at before.
Okie dokie.
Does that mean these guys can't?
Yeah, they can't because they can't see it.
But the rest...
Right. Oh, check range. Check range because they didn't move forward, so some of your
Oh.
guys might be in range.
I might have to choose a different target. 16 inches, yeah?
Yep.
They did move forward.
No, they didn't. They stayed there. You've moved forward.
I've moved forward. No, because these guys weren't in range before. Yeah, no.
No, I didn't move forward to those guys though. I tried to dig them in.
All of them can fire, including the mortar.
Okay.
Because the mortar's 24 inches.
Yep. And I don't believe the mortar has to draw line of sight. I don't think it does. I don't know whether we should let the men who are behind see because they're in the building.
Well, they're next to them in the building then.
Okay.
Or you.
Yeah. No,
They're
let's-
in the same-
No, we're going to let them. I'm merely expressing a concern that
They
in
might not.
future reference
Yes.
they might not.
If you know anything about that, leave a comment below.
Yeah, leave a comment. We're not entirely sure.
Right, hitting on
Oh, these guys. So
4.
4s. I think it's 5 still because they didn't do anything. No, they fired. It is 4.
Like 4s.
Yeah, it is 4s.
Right, 4's hit. And that was some not bad shooting. 3 misses.
3 misses. So,
Take your infantry save.
2 fails.
2
so
die.
I'll take 1 from each side because
Equidistant.
I think that's how it works. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Right.
That's not bad.
So, energy.
Do they have to make some sort of morale check at some stage?
Let me think. They have lost how many teams? So there was one there.
And the rest have gone from there.
And
Oh no,
there was one there. So then that one's lost it. No, because you take a platoon morale check when there are more men dead than alive.
Oh, okay.
That's more stands, sorry, dead than alive.
Right. These Shermans are definitely within 32 inches.
Yes.
32's David. I'm going to blow David in half.
No.
I'm going to fire them one by one.
No. Yes.
Because
No.
they can fire separate targets, can
They
they
can
not?
fire at separate targets. Yes.
So I'm going to fire the Firefly first.
Okay.
Now this is hitting
6s.
4s usually, 5s.
4s. I'm in cover. 5s. 6. You're over 16. My armour is now 8 as well.
He's on 6s, re-rolling. Missed. Re-rolling.
Miss.
Missed. Right, this Sherman, do exactly the same. Missed. Missed. This Sherman, what do we need to hit those?
6s. Because they're behind this. And
No, they're dug in.
oh yeah, and they're dug in anyway, so it is 6s. It might,
No, you can't hit
might
them.
even be 7s, yeah, because you're over.
Yeah, alright. Fire a spook. Miss. Hits.
But my
And
front
now
armor-
watch it do nothing.
My front armour is 8, and your main gun is 10. So I need to get 2 or more, basically.
2's to bound, 2's to glance.
Yeah.
2.
4, 5.
It's fine. Damn. Damn Dragon Blast.
So that's my turn now.
No.
Oh, yeah,
These.
those ones.
All gonna fire
With their main guns.
their main guns,
Okay,
which
six.
Firefly can't do.
Yeah, so it's just 2. So it's 6s there.
6 is re-rolling. Nothing. It's not looking good for my tanks. Nothing.
Right. Now it's my turn.
I need new tanks.
You don't need 2 tanks. The Shermans are fine, but I think what's happened is you've charged straight into the open into them.
Well, these are not so much.
They are in the open. I'm going to get 4 shots against them. Because I haven't moved.
What's the range? More than 16.
32. So it's same as your tanks. But
Yeah.
it's over 16. So
This, carry on, movement.
yeah.
Dress that when it
Right,
comes
I'll
to
just
it.
give them that. Right, so now, first things first, I'm going to try and, this is there is an extra phase before movement, which is like resolve all issues from the previous
Yeah.
turn. So, I've got to get my Stug back up again. Sorry. So, I believe it's simply a skill check,
3+.
which will make it 3+, yeah. And it's
And
fine.
it's fine. They unbog it.
Let's unbog it. Now, I'm going to move forward the other tanks. So, up to the thing,
Bogging check. Fine. That goes
the
in.
thing.
Fine.
So now I'm out in the open again and ready to fire at you. I'm going to try and dig in these infantry again because I think
Alright, skill
they
check.
is needing that. So I need skill
Sorry.
check. Fine.
And they're dug in.
I'm going to dug in. So there we go. So now I'm dug in all along here, which is
They are.
They are tantamount to being dug in. Because they've got all the bonuses they would get from dug in by being behind the wall.
They feel to be dug in and can't hit them.
No, it doesn't add an extra one. The dug in is like the dug in thing.
Alright.
It puts them in bulletproof cover. So you can't put them in bulletproof cover again. I think so. Right, so now I'm going to start firing at you, Luke. So, we'll start with the Stugs.
Okay.
So I'm going to fire all 3 Stugs at those 3 Shermans. And
Pop them all again.
yeah, well, here we go. Let's have a go at this. So it's 4s because you're out in the open, but you're over 16.
You should be hitting me on
4s because you're out in the open, over 16.
all hit.
3 hits. Alright, and I'm going to roll an extra thing. So this is my precision shot. If I get 5s in this next roll, then they all have to be focused on the tank I choose,
Which is going to be the Firefly.
which is going to be the Firefly.
How could I guess?
And 2 are on the Firefly, the other one's on any old tank.
Right, I'll take the any old tank first. And that's a bounce.
4 plus 7 is 11, so no, it's not bounce, it's a glance.
Oh, it's a glance, that's what.
So now, if I roll firepower check and I get 3 or more, it is bailed out.
And if you don't, it's fine.
Yeah. It's bailed out.
Bailed out. So do we have
bailed out
an
marker?
ally
Nice.
bailed out marker?
Nice.
Like this tank here.
Right, so now, Firefly. So it's basically got a pen both times, so I'll roll firepower. No, but bailed out. Blown up. So the Firefly is dead. There we go. So that is the Firefly done for. One tank is gone. I think that platoon now has to take a morale check. We'll do it at the end of the phase because it has... The bailed out tank is ignored. Bailed out tanks, bogged out tanks are ignored for the purposes of company morale check.
So surely it's only lost.
Well, actually, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think
It's only lost. How much of its units does it have to lose? Half.
it has to lose. It has to have more platoons dead than alive. More teams.
Well, the
dead.
bailed out is not dead.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
So
yeah.
it's alright.
Yeah, it's alright, just because that one's bailed out. So, that is my tanks. So now I'm going to roll for these pack guns, firing at them. I think you're over 16, and you're in the bulletproof cover, but that doesn't matter for your tank. So, yeah,
Right.
it's, here we go.
So
One hit,
one hit with
pack guns,
on.
those tanks. But I'm going to try and allocate it.
To the Firefly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hit the Firefly, so roll your 3, no, because that is
Pen.
80-12, it's a pen. And it's blown up, so I've killed the pen.
Who? That's all my heavy.
Cannot tangle with my tanks and my pack guns or things like that, I don't think. Those things are 80-12, you need 6s at point blank to even glance with the Sherman, so... Right, let's get on with everything else. So, I'm going to start working out a number of shots I've got from the infantry teams.
Still, I've got 4 Shermans left.
Yeah, but you started with 8.
No, I started with 6 Shermans and 2 Fireflies. I'm now down in 2 Fireflies and 2 Shermans. Quite sad.
Oh, don't worry, Luke.
Ah, that's fine.
So my dad beat me twice to start with. That's weird. That's going to fight as a rifle team because it can. It is a rifle team. As a Panzerstrike team, it doesn't have to fight as a Panzerstrike team. It can fight as a rifle team.
But the bazooka team has to fire as a bazooka team.
No, it's a carbine team.
And what's their range?
16 inches. They're firing rifles if they're...
I could have fired them last time then, I didn't know.
I didn't think. Sorry, I did actually tell you when we were going through the arm.
Alright then. Anyway, carry on.
Right, so those are my shots. So I'm going to do that separately later. So obviously all of the shots just going on the paratroopers. So this squad first, I'm hitting you on 4s because that one's ruined it for the rest of the squad. 2 hits. Can I work out hits first on the squads? Because if I hit you 5 times,
you pin me.
pin you down. So I want to work out...
Surely, did I not do that for those last time?
I don't think you hit them 5 times. Did you?
I'm not sure. Ooh.
I don't know. Tell us on the playback.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, we'll go for now. But if you hit a platoon 5 times, if it's non-armoured, then it's pinned down.
Okay.
And it has to stand up again and stuff. So, no hits there. That team which is hitting on 5s, no. Right, this lot. Yeah, and then... No, your team is pinned down.
Do we have a pinned marker?
We do have a pin marker. If I can find it, there we go.
Oh, an allied pin
You want an
marker.
allied pin marker, do you?
I've got it.
There you go.
So they
Are pinned down, which means they
Pinned
only,
down.
next turn they will only have a ROF, a rate of fire of half, as if they've moved, and they can only do one thing. Even if you get them up, they can only do one thing, I believe.
well, fire.
Yeah. No, like they can move or they can fire.
Fire.
Okay. And the rock is one. I think that's how it works. I'll have a look. Right, so now you want to do the checks. So this is it's allocated to the easiest platoon to hit first. So I think you have to allocate it to the platoons you can. I'm really confused right now.
2 on those, 2 on those.
Yep. So do your infantry checks.
And start.
Yeah.
We'll just stick it on all my front men. These 2, dead. It's the first line of infantry you've killed mine. These 2, alive. These 2, dead. Mega dead.
Mega dead.
Would I have to spread those out evenly though?
What do you mean?
Right, the entire team.
You throughout the entire platoon that's in range. I think that's how it works.
So I couldn't just stick 6 on
You
one
couldn't,
and
no.
only kill one of them.
No. It might even roll over, if you know what I mean. So, distribute hits. All of the hits scored by a shooting platoon are distributed evenly across the targeted teams. So yeah, basically it is distributed evenly amongst the teams I can hit.
Okay.
Which would have been that one, that one, that one, and that one.
So let's say 1 more of those went through.
Yeah.
And it'd be on these guys.
Yeah, well basically if you think about it, there were as many dice as there were teams. So those guys I would have gotten through, but I'd have to roll the bulletproof check.
Roll the bulletproof check then.
So, yeah.
No. Okay, they're alright.
Yeah, they're alright. So,
Now,
and also, you're out of command,
no, I'm not.
I believe. Are you? No, you're not.
They're in.
You're fine. You're fine. Just.
They're
Right.
in.
So now it's my turn. I'm very happy because I killed those damn fireflies. So I could probably even take the chance and leave my tanks there. Probably not the best idea. But
Do it.
Do you know what? I actually will because I'll get more shots next turn.
Don't do it.
I'm
Don't do
doing
it.
it. I'm leaving my tanks there. End of turn for David.
Right, so this is
Your
allies.
Third turn.
Turn 3.
Mm-hmm. Things ain't looking too rosy for you, Lou.
No, they are not. Right. 3 up, they get back in. 4 up.
4 up.
4 up, they get back in. 50-50 chance. And they don't.
It
Remains bailed out.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. That was a...
So these get unpinned? Yes, they do.
Yep. But I think they can still only do, the one thing. I'll check while you do some tanky stuff.
I'm going to have to take the extra shots in here. I'm going to have to keep him there. You know what? I'm going to keep... Oh. Guts. No guts, no glory, eh? Oh. I'm going to be dropping them down to... Actually, no, I'm going to keep them there so they get 2 shots each.
Okay.
Against the pack guns.
Okay. Ouch.
Ow. Right. Now, can I move my paratroopers?
It seems like after you rally, you're fine. I think after you rally, you're fine. That's alright. It says, a platoon that is hit 5 times in a step is pinned down, stopping it advancing and reducing its ability to fire. It cannot move towards the enemy until they rally in the starting step of their next turn. If they fail, they try again the following turn. Yeah, I think you're just not pinned down anymore.
Okay.
You're fine, but...
Well, I'm going to keep them all in the same place anyway.
Okay.
Because, actually, yeah, because I can't move him any further forward because he's at command range.
Yeah.
Because he's just literally on the edge here.
Yeah, and if you moved him at all, he'd be out of command range with everybody, so... Yeah, you'll have to
Obviously, moving him into that building there would be ideal.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what I'm going to do now is fire. Just move straight into shooting.
Okay.
Don't need to move anything, don't want to move anything.
Yeah, why move when you can shoot?
When you can shoot more. Right. We shall start off with these guys.
Okay, they can only see this lot. No, he can't see this lot because he's behind the house.
I don't care about him, to be honest.
Okay.
He's done rubbish so far.
Actually, I don't know if both of your units are still within range of them. Oh, no.
Should we check for ranges on various things? 1 is in range. What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, you're in, that's touching my base.
Oh, sorry. Should I tell you? 16 for them. It's in range, and for them, because they can actually fire now, I know they can. It's in range.
Okay.
All of them are just on the edge of the range, and they are definitely within range. 24 inches.
Yeah.
So that's 2 shots for them.
Yep. Could you use the right colour of dice? Because remember the mortar's ever so slightly different. So use like a green dice for the mortar.
Does mortar get more than 1 shot?
Yeah, mortar gets 2.
2 more? Does that only get 1 shot then?
Yeah, it only gets 1 shot. If
Got
if you're firing at a rifle, it only gets 1.
Okay. Because it's only 1 rifle.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
it's a rifle, not a machine gun.
Yeah. It's not got a machine in it. So what you're firing for? Oh, you're firing everything first. Everything. Okay.
Fire everything!
Also, the mortar is on 6s to hit.
Why?
Because he's over 16 inches.
Oh. Right, so the green dice and mortar then.
Mm-hmm.
Mortar missed.
Yep. And it was 5s for everything else. So you got 2 hits. I'm going to roll my infantry save.
And they're going to be alright.
And I was in bulletproof as well. So, yep.
That really wasn't worth it.
Ouch.
Not looking too good for me, to be honest.
No.
Right. Sherman's going to fire at the pack guns.
What are you going to fire with?
Main cannon.
Main cannon.
That's 4 shots.
4 shots of main cannon. 6s.
6s, so over half range.
Over
4 to hit usually. Over half range.
Not over half, over 16.
Over 16.
Yeah.
Which the range is
32.
so half, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but like the Tiger tank is 40.
Okay,
So-
over 16. And then
In cover.
in cover. Re-rolling the misses. Nout.
Now, right, okay, so now I do my gun save. Now because it's a gun, not infantry, my guys can't just go flat, they have to hug the gun for cover. Yeah. So it's 5+.
5 plus to save.
So you're very... Oh, come on!
Oh, I can't even have small victories in this game.
Well, you've killed a few mid-grenadiers.
Right. Now, I am going to fire the Shermans at the Stooks.
Okay.
I haven't moved, so can I have 4 dice, please? You can give me 6 if you want, don't mind. Probably won't do anything anyway. I'm taking that one.
Oh.
No. What is it? 6 to hit?
Yeah.
Re-rolling?
Yep.
Because I'm over
Because
16
you're
inches.
British tanks.
1 hit. Take your save, sir.
I shall take my save. And I am
Make
fine.
your save, sir.
Make my save. My armour being 8 and your AT being 10.
Now finish me off.
I shall finish you off, sir.
Oh.
Sorry, man. I gotta do it, haven't I?
Germans are OP!
Oh, yeah.
Germans are the Eldar of the
You may
Flames of
notice,
War.
he has 8 tanks, I have 3. You know, put that
Well, if
out.
you've got 2 anti-tank guns, I mean, come on.
Yeah, but they're guns. They die easier than infantry.
Have they died?
No, but that's because you've been unlucky. Right, so... Oh, you unbailed out your tank, didn't you?
No.
You didn't unbail out your tank.
No.
You had to pop back in it.
So I didn't get as many shots.
You didn't get as many shots. Doesn't matter, but I'm going to let you say he's out. Let him back in his tank. You should have made, at the same time you make your rallying thing for these guys being pinned down, you have to say, tell him to get back in his tank. Makes sense? Right. So now I'm going to start by firing my Stoogs.
Just fire everything. Straight to the firing.
Stoogs at the tanks.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. You know, I'm not going to do day tactics of firing 1 tank at a time. Fire all of them. And it's 4s to hit.
I need the dirty tactics.
4s to hit.
So that's 4 hits.
So allocated evenly.
2 to each. First one,
Your armour is 7.
armour 7,
AP 11.
AT 11.
Yeah, but yeah.
One goes through, one's fine.
Blown up.
You call that pretty, stop
I
rolling.
did, but you know what? I was feeling that one. I really was. I was feeling it.
Yeah, they felt it at all.
Yeah.
Right, the next 2. Oh god. Dead.
Blown up anyway, but yeah.
Double dead.
Just leave it there. I mean, they might fly off at some point. Right, so that's that done. Right, so 4 shots of the pack guns. Oh, we got to work out what is it to hit you. You're
Over
over
16.
16, so it's 4s. Behind cover,
5s.
so
1 hit.
1 hit, and yeah, it doesn't matter really which now. 5. So 5 plus 7
He's a
is
glance.
12. So it's glance. So it's bailed out.
Bailed out. Yeah, bailed out marker.
Mm-hmm.
No equidistance, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So remember, at the start of your turn, you have to unbail out the tank. Recruit.
Okay,
Bless you.
thank you.
Right. So now I'm going to fire on the infantry. So we get 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 in 1.
Oh, it's bad for me.
2, 2, 2.
Running out of dice, David?
No, I'm fine. That's just 2, I would say. And there we go. So let's do this lot first. Obviously, this lot. And it was 5s to hit.
Right, so it's 1 hit, and that was very allocated to the first guy.
Yeah, but they can't see him, I don't think, can they? Maybe just, yeah.
That's it.
6s. No.
They cannot be allocated to this team.
That's fine. Right, okay, so it's the easiest team to hit because Alec is hit first.
Okay.
So, no. That one ruins it for all of them. For these guys, it ruins it for all of them.
Not for those 2.
No, not for those 2. Can I roll those again?
That's
Asking
what?
a nice question, Alan. Can I? Thank you. So that's 4s.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. A hit. No. So
So that's 3 hits.
and one from here as well.
The one from there will have to go. I'll stick on there. And the one from there,
Yeah.
stick 1 on there, and 1 on there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that.
Right, so I'll do the 3 up save on these. Fine.
Fine.
I'll do the 3 up save on these. Fine. I'll do the 2 3 ups on this over here. One of them failed, you're going to have to take a 5 power test.
No.
Which you fail.
Yeah. So that's
All
it.
good.
So we see our infantry are very powerful and dug in.
They're not even dug in.
They're not. Well, no, they're tantamount to being dug in by being in the bulletproof cover and extra 1 plus 2 hit.
And your turn.
Your turn. My turn. Yes. End of my turn. I ain't doing anything else. I don't think.
Alright, my turn. Moving. These guys. Him. Yes.
Oh, he's getting in.
He's in.
Okay. Cool.
They
Oh no, you forgot something.
Oh, just do the bailout check quickly on those. 3 up, he's fine. He's not.
It's not 3 up. It was 4 up. But yeah.
4 up. Well,
He
even
didn't
worse.
get anyway. Yeah.
So this guy, 2 shots straight in front of him.
It was 6s to hit.
Rerolling.
Rerolling. Oh,
A hit.
oh,
Good job remembering the reroll.
Come on.
Right, 5 up save. Oh, I
Yes.
played it again.
Yes. Come on.
Right. Those were in range last time, they'll be in range again because they didn't kill anyone.
Yeah.
These guys still can't see. Two.
Well, yeah.
2.
One.
1. 2.
Yep.
2 but on 6s, yeah?
Yes.
So I should take 2 green die for that.
Yep.
Right, so the green dice to the mortar.
My dice.
Alright, here, it's just on 5s, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, get rid of
So
these.
those are all the hits you got, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take on the infantry saves. And I fail one,
So,
but you need your 6+5
no,
which you don't get, so fine.
and that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Right, okay, well now I'm going to fire these Stoogs at your infantry.
Before you do that, I'm going to say this.
What?
Good game.
Good game. So, did you enjoy your first Flames of War experience?
I enjoyed my first Flames of War experience a lot.
I am sorry for the defeat, but...
The utter
So,
trouncing defeat.
yeah.
But, as you guys can see, Flames of War is great fun. And there's just so much on the table at once.
Yeah.
How many games do you get to play where there's so many tanks on the table?
Yeah, or if you think about it, there's the number of infantry. We have like almost an entire company of Grenadiers here. We have like 96 soldiers on my side.
Are there?
Yeah, I think it's 96. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's like 96 Grenadiers.
Still, my infantry stayed alive for quite a while.
And another example is the fact that a great thing about it is the fact that there's so much material, so many interesting things to see and look. Like you passed me the book, one of the books, I don't remember.
Overlord.
It's like this is a 200. Now don't be intimidated because it's all awesomeness, but this is a 280-page book, and it's not the only one. It's full of interesting things. Like just turn to a random page. Got a lorried rifle company.
Apologies for the phone.
Yeah. Lorried rifle company or motor company you can make, or a.
There's
so
lots of
much
stuff to choose from Flames of
So-
War. Personally, I'm planning on getting Open Fire, then I'm going to get some box sets.
But
Some
what books are you going to get? Cause
Market Garden.
Market Garden.
I'm getting the Market Garden books.
I would advise. Oh, actually, that's a good point. With Open Fire, if you want to know what operation the forces from here are based on, the forces that.
Try again.
Yeah, sorry. Can't speak. The forces in this box are based off Operation Market Garden in reality. So the British tanks here are like the tanks of 30th Corps, and then the paratroopers are those of the 82nd or the 101st Airborne. I have no idea who the Germans are, I'm afraid, but they are like a grenadier trying to slow down the advance of 30th Corps, and that's basically what Open Fire is.
So this is the first episode of Learning Flames of War, where we've touched on all the basic rules.
And
We shall see you guys in the next one.
bye.